going to go in with you guys. I'm going to show you guys. I have receipts of everything, so that way you guys can see it. And I'm going to put it to you this way. I'm going to show you what was said, and I'm going to show you what I did exactly. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to let you guys make your own decisions. If at the end of the day, if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I feel like you were in the wrong, Barrett. I don't want to support you anymore. I don't want to follow the channel anymore. Go be happy. You know what I mean? I got nothing but love for each and every one of you guys for being here, right? If you decide, hey, okay, like, yes, Barrett, you were a little bit fucked up. Yeah, we got something to work out together, right? With my banned account. So, let's take a look at where all of this started. Shall we? Who's ready? Who's ready for this? Let's do this. All right, so this is where it started. Okay, this started last week with the Phasmophobia in the official Phasmophobia partners Discord. Right? So none of you guys were able to see this because this was just this was 100%. This was a for partners only. Right? The Grizzly Bear, thank you for gifting a sub. Baron, thank you for the follow as well. More than the other games, window jump out the window and play other games. You're not wrong. I'm heartbroken for you. I appreciate it. TikTok. There's a lot of folks over on Twitch side, so if I do ignore you for right now, it's only purely because there's just a lot going on. So I'm just going to address both TikTok and Twitch at the same time, and hopefully we can get through this all together. What's up, No Name? So, I went to him. This happened about a week ago. I noticed that Psycho Hypnotic, one of the most popular Phasmophobia creators, had posted to his weekly video, discussing the weekly. This was the night that he and we actually did a collaboration together with some Lethal Company. And he posted that video very quickly. And I thought, wow, that's very, very fast. How is it that you're posting a video 3 hours later about the weekly, or you posted, it said, this was posted 3 hours ago, and the weekly only came out 3 hours ago. So I was like, wow, that's really fast. So I posted it in the partner Discord, curious to see what would happen. CJ, the lead artist for Phasmophobia, he said that the weeklies are set by your computer's clock, so you can change the time to play them. Do not share this with your community, please. Mom's the word. You guys don't have to worry about it. It's totally fine. So, so Psycho came out because I said, okay, this is kind of BS. I don't know why you guys are doing this kind of thing. So Psycho came back out and he said, okay, no worries, I'll stop using it. Didn't know that it was that big of a deal. I also never told anybody how to do it. Labeling this as an unfair advantage is a bit far stretch for a weekly. I do agree that it would be for other stuff, but not for a weekly that we already played. So I was like, oh, wow, okay. Raina, thank you for that follow as well. Welcome in. Right? So he said, it's not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. Right? And he said, I agree, just with the exception that it wasn't monitored. No harm done. I didn't think so. A few of the other content creators didn't think so as well. Right? So he said, okay, it would be cool to have this as an option, blah, 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 blah. They basically came back and they said, we're not going to do that. Right? This is an exploit. We're not going to allow you to do that. And I have every single transcript from this entire conversation. If anybody wants to read it, I'll probably post it to my Twitter. So that way, if you want to go through there and you want to read through everything, then you can. So Flash Force came out and he said, I would disagree with this as it gives you something beneficial. Yeah? When the weekly releases, people are not only watching the streams, but looking up for videos for it. Being the only person that had it early means that it's impossible for anybody else to get a video up as quickly as if the video was released when the weekly is releasing. Glad everybody to be on the same page. So then Psycho came back and said, don't want to be disrespectful, but people really aren't going to be looking these up for the weeklies. Like, again, he was playing the whole thing kind of aloof. Like, I don't understand why you guys are making a big deal about this. So I responded. And I said, if it's not a big deal for views, and it doesn't matter, then why don't you just wait and post your video a few days later when you had the time for views? I said, you post early so that way you could be the only person who has a weekly out before anybody else could possibly do it.
This is Q9 love.
We all have lives, prior commitments, and families. There's plenty of times that I wish that I could have posted stuff early because I went on vacation. I said the point behind all of this is that some partners are treated differently than others. Some are shown more favor to be allowed to post exploits, use exploits, and genuinely have free range to do what they want, while the rest of us can't from the threat of being banned. Right? So it basically went back and forth, right? And they said, well, he shouldn't be doing it anymore, and nobody else should be doing this either. So I said, let me see if I understand this correctly. If I use this exploit, I'll be banned. Right? To which CJ replied, and he said, changing your PC's time to do the weekly isn't an exploit. However, we recommend that you don't do it. Exceptions are made by request, like Psycho did last year. Keep in mind, he has been posting to the weekly early every week since last year. Right? So let that sink in for a second. So he's been exploiting, having an unfair advantage since 2023. Right? So he said if you use this method to do the weekly multiple times, then yes, it is an exploit and you would be banned. So he and I went back and forth. I said, okay, perfect. I know what my video for tomorrow will be. And a lot of you do know, and if you don't know, please head over to my YouTube channel, follow my YouTube channel. But I posted next week's weekly, Phasmophobia Weekly, I posted it today. So showcasing that you can change your clock on your PC to be able to look forward in time to be able to see what the next weekly is. And he said, if it's anything to do with the topic today, you will be removed. Right? So the way that I took that is, well, Psycho can do this. Maybe others have been doing this as well. But because I've brought it up, and because now it's public knowledge amongst the partners, then now all of a sudden it's a no-no. So I replied back. I said, so if I used this for months on end, then it would be okay. Right? And he said, oh, this isn't going anywhere. And I said, exactly. This isn't going anywhere because you don't understand the point that I'm trying to make. He said, I do. You were connecting unrelated things to make the situation when Psycho has already apologized. And I want to make this abundantly clear when I say this. This has nothing to necessarily do with Psycho Hypnotic. Okay? This is like, if I've been receiving blowjobs, I'm not going to complain that I've been receiving blowjobs. Why would I stop? I'm getting them. You know what I mean? So I don't blame him for continuing. Right? So I said it's not about Psycho. It's about the fact that a dev gave a partner a now exploit to give them an unfair advantage because they are friends. If this was given to every partner, fine. But if only certain people can get it, and then the rug is pulled out from the rest of us when they find out, it sounds like favoritism. I feel like it does. Maybe that's just me. But I feel like it does. Right? So this is the kicker. This is the part that I love the absolute most, and this was the nail in the coffin for me. So DK, the owner, lead developer and owner of Phasmophobia, had this to say. Hey, it's better for everybody if nobody does this from now on. It was an exploit because it can be very easily abused. Each time your PC changes, it will reset the challenge and make it to where you can do the challenges over and over again. So we obviously don't want anybody to know that this is possible. It's not fixable on our side without forcing an internet connection to play, making everything networked, which is why this works. The reason we let Psycho do it originally was that he didn't miss out on making YouTube videos for those weeks back then when the weekly challenges were all new, and he would have been missed out on a big opportunity for him. So we allowed him to do it. He did keep doing it for each week afterwards, which I did know about, and he shouldn't be doing it, and no one else should. Right? So now this is from his own words. Right? DK has admitted himself that he did this. He knew that it was happening. Right? So I posted my video. I posted my video. They tried to take it down from the partner Discord. I reposted my video. They took it down. I reposted my video. They took it down. I messaged in the partner videos Discord that as long as I'm still a partner, I'm allowed to post videos in the partner Discord. They removed the entire partner video section and then banned my ass.
Well, I came in at an interesting time.
So then once I got that message, right, the message from on Twitter, you've been permanently banned. Reason: flagrant disregard of the developer's wishes, consistently posting an exploit video which was explicitly told not to. Rules applied to you as well on this Discord. I'm sorry that we to see differences in opinions and methods couldn't be properly talked out in the DMs or internal chats that you had to resort to this. I wish you luck in your future endeavors. However, I would like to point out as well that this whole conversation that was done here, if you notice at the top of this, at the top, what does that say? The thread had been locked. They said, we're done talking about this conversation. We don't give a shit. Right? They locked the thread. Yeah, we can't reply. You've cut off this avenue of conversation here. So, after months of feeling like I have been, I'm not going to say shackled, right? But I do genuinely have felt, and a lot of you guys who have seen this and have been a part of the channel for a long while, you guys have obviously have seen, I've expressed discontent over not being able to post glitches and exploits. Right? That's kind of the bread and butter of the channel. To be honest, I was originally brought on to the Phasmophobia content creator team because one of my exploit videos on TikTok actually went viral. And it got like 3 million views. So, so it's not like they didn't know who I was when I joined the team. And then the restrictions have gotten more and more and more. Again, it was brought up and it kind of resurfaced when Colin 4Gs, another Phasmophobia content creator, who posted an exploit. He got banned on his account for multiplayer for 30 days. And then, Insum and Psycho and those guys, they'll post a video and nothing happens. Right? So like it started, that's what's kind of started this whole thread for it. Imagine messing up with their communities 2 years in a row with no disregard. Again, I'm showing you guys, this is 100%, this is black and white, this is what was said. These are the receipts of the conversation. So if at the end of this, if you guys feel as though that I was in the wrong and you wish to no longer support my channel, I completely get it. I get it. I understand. I wish you the best of luck. Go and enjoy yourself, kind of thing. So yeah. Having somebody as popular as yourself posting exploits and glitches would actually not be a bad thing, is to show the devs on what to fix. Well, see, that's kind of the thing too, and that's kind of the running problem that we've been facing a lot with these developers is that we'll post these funny enough, they still have your videos posted in there. Not the latest one, though. Bugs and exploits are part of every game, that they can make the game fun. Exactly. But, gosh, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I was doing good. So, let me show you here real quick. Right? This is what happens when I try to log into my account. I'll show you guys what happens. Are you still going to make Phasma videos? Oh, yeah. In regards to PR, but don't let somebody stop you from your passions. How long is the ban? Permanent.